Hey guys, how you doing? Steve with the Town of Clarkstown Parks and Rec Division, Senior Rec Leader and Certified Personal Trainer. Today we're going to go over some beginner exercises with just the use of dumbbells. So most people have dumbbells at their house or have access to dumbbells, so we're just going to go over some very beginner movements that you could do to get a good workout either at home or when gym's open. Again, we could do them. So if you're just getting started today, we're gonna start with biceps. So your glamour muscles. So what we're gonna do first is find a weight that is good for us, and we're gonna do a couple different exercises. First, we're gonna start off with just a standard bicep curl. So when doing a bicep curl, you want your palms up, you want your elbows tight to your body, and we just wanna do nice, slow movement up and down, up and down. Like I said, you'd pick a weight that you're comfortable doing about 8 to 10 repetitions on each arm. And we'd want to do 3 sets of 8 to 10 repetitions. Another good bicep exercise we could do is a hammer curl. So a hammer curl, you want your hands in a neutral grip, so your thumbs facing away from you, and we're going to do straight up, straight down. A good thing about this exercise, it also incorporates your forearms. So same thing, you're gonna try to pick a weight that is suitable to do 8 to 10 repetitions, and you would wanna do 3 sets of these. Another good exercise to do with dumbbells is a reverse curl. So now your hands would be facing towards you, your palms facing towards your thighs, and we would just lift up. And this really gets your forearms going and your biceps. This is a great exercise. Because a lot of times when we train our biceps, we neglect our forearms. And we always want nice, controlled repetitions. You don't want to be going too fast. You really want to take your time. And those are good 3 exercises for your biceps. Next, we would do our triceps. So I'm going to switch the weight and go a little lighter. And we would do tricep kickbacks. So you would want to bend your knees a little bit, keep your arms up by your armpits, and look forward, and then just pull the weights back. And back in, and right up. Right here, you'll feel your really good contraction. So up and down. We don't want to use momentum here either, so we don't want to be swinging the dumbbells like this. You really want to go nice and slow. Take all momentum out of it, so you're really just working your triceps here. An alternate version of that is if you have a bench, you could use the bench, and you could do is what we call a spider kickback. You would use the bench, and you would prop your weight on the bench and do the same motion, getting a really nice contraction at the top. Once again, if we have access to a bench, you could use a bench. If not, you could do this right on the floor before I fall and kill myself. So we would do a narrow grip bench press. So you could use a barbell for this too, but right now we're focusing on dumbbells. You want your hands and your elbows as close to you as possible. So your elbows pinned against your ribs, and we're just gonna go up and down. Now, if you don't have access to a bench, you could do this on the floor. Just lay right on the floor and do the same thing. Eight to 10 repetitions, nice controlled movements. Once again, if you have access to a bench, we're going to do a a skull crusher or a lying extension. So you would come in this area right here, and you would bring your arms down and up and down and up. When we're doing this, we don't want to bring the dumbbells over here in front. We want to keep them almost over the top of your head. So you come down nice and slow, and then we extend, and you're going to feel a really good contraction in your tricep. Down and up. Next, we could do some shoulder exercises. So just a standard shoulder press. We would find some weight that is suitable for us, like I said. And you're gonna put the dumbbells right up here, and you're just going to lift and down. Now, you notice my hands are in a neutral grip. I'm not out like this. My hands stay right in front with my pinky or my pinkies facing the opposing wall. We do 8 to 10 reps, nice and slow. Next, we would do a side raises. So you take a lighter dumbbell for this, and we're going to focus on nice, slow movements, and we're going to lift. You want to keep your elbows a little bent, and you get to the top, nice and slow down. You'll feel a really good burn in your shoulders this way. Up and down. This one, the first time you do it, you might think you could lift a lot more weight than you can. These are really hard. You shouldn't be overloading the weight on these. Next, similar, would be a front raise. So we'd be holding our hands out like this, our palms facing our thighs, a little bend in our knees, and just up and down. Up and down. And then the last one we could do, we would take a little heavier of a weight, and we would do shoulder shrugs. So again, a little bend in your knee, keep your chest proud and up and out, and just slow contraction up, slowly down, slow up, slow down. And that's it for your shoulders. Next, we would be doing our back. So you're gonna want something you can support your weight on, because you're gonna be bent over for a lot of portion of this. So we're just gonna use the bench right here. You can use a chair at home. You can use a countertop, something, something about this low, or a box or something. And you're just gonna put your arm on the bench, your opposite leg forward, the arm you're rolling with, leg back, keep your head up, and just nice and slow. These are called one arm rows, or single arm rows. Keep your elbow tight to your body. And then we're gonna do our other arm. All right, now we would do an upright row. So we would use a little lighter weight, and we'd start here. And you're almost like you're pulling a cable off the ground. You kind of want to, like this. So nice and slow down and up. Down and up. And at the top point of the contraction, you really want to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Feel it really right in there. And same thing, repetitions, 8 to 10, 3 sets. And then one more we could do, we could sit on the end of the bench or a chair. And we could do a rear delt fly. So we'd sit here, put our weights down, and then just up and down, and up and down. Okay, and now for our chest. We could do a couple different things with dumbbells. We could do on the floor, like we did before, or on the bench, like we did before, either a incline bench or a flat bench. So if we don't have access to a bench, you could lay on the floor, or you could lay on your bench and arms out and push up. So unlike the closed grip bench press, our hands are going to be out a little bit and our elbows out a little bit. We don't want them right against our body. We need them out at about a 45-degree angle. Now, like I said, you could do that on the floor or the bench. If you have a bench, you could get you could hit a different portion of your chest, and we could go into a incline dumbbell bench press. So lay back and same motion. Another good exercise is a chest fly. I prefer to do these on the floor because if you're on a bench, you could overexert yourself and kind of hurt your shoulder. You'll be pulling it too much. When you're on the ground will force your elbows to stop and not really go past your body. So we'd get down on the floor. Start with your dumbbells up. And you're gonna bring your elbows to the floor and then up. Down to the floor and up. Very good. And that's about it. That's a good couple starting exercises you could do with dumbbells in your house or at the gym. Once you get a little more advanced, there's a lot more alterations you could do and a lot of different exercises, but this is a great starting off point. And if you do these every day, or if you come up with a program where you're mixing your muscles every day or so, you'll see some positive gains. Thanks again, Steve, down in Clarkstown.